Then Ayoub said, the black man does not abandon his friend. Then he want to take his place. Those reinforcements made a huge difference in the balance of the battle, as Tagheen's forces and his allies began to wane and retreat backward after they had been advancing forward unstoppably. Asif called out to the wise one, who was seated atop a Cleo. I want you to go and stay by Sarabi's side. I won't go anywhere. I'll stay and fight with you. But you won't be able to do anything here. You're nothing but a... He fell silent, realizing the gravity of his mistake. The wise one leaped from a Cleo's back, landed on Asif's shoulder, and whispered, it will be my pleasure to tell you later exactly where on your body this rat will enter, you fool. I didn't mean it that way, Asif said apologetically. Don't be mad at me. This isn't the time to be mad at you, the wise one replied. I'll stay and fight with you. But with that body of yours, you won't be able to do anything. At the very least, I can be your eyes from behind. Little by little, Tagheen's allies began to withdraw from the battlefield as they started to realize their defeat. These gaps in their ranks helped the Emperor's warriors and the brave tribes encircle the enemy army and strike them from all directions at once. It didn't take long before Tagheen's defeat became inevitable, especially after his allies abandoned him and more than half of his army perished, leaving the rest with shattered morale. When the loss became unavoidable, he ordered his coven of witches to take him away from the battlefield. Once victory was certain for Asif and his allies, Taj saw that leaving her position wouldn't have much effect on the course of the battle. She withdrew gradually, ensuring that no one noticed her departure, or so she thought. But she was mistaken. After leaving the battlefield, Tara made her way toward Asif's position and said to him, I need to talk to you about something important. Speak. Not here, she added firmly. Let's go somewhere safe. Asif, the wise one, and Akleel retreated from their positions and followed her. What is it? Asif asked. Why did they come with you? Tara asked, glancing at the wise one and Akleel. Then she added, I want to talk to you alone. Asif replied, Speak. There's nothing I hide from them. Tara's voice took on a grave tone as she said, Taj, what about her? She fell silent for a long moment, staring into Asif's eyes as if trying to decide whether it was the right time to reveal the secret Jamina had entrusted her with. I'm listening, Asif said impatiently. What about Taj? Finally, Tara spoke. A long time ago, there was a little boy and a mother who loved him dearly. They lived in a cottage far away. One day, that mother left her child behind and entrusted a dangerous secret to her friend. A very dangerous secret. Doesn't this riddle mean anything to you? Asif remembered the words his mother had told him on the night she died. What do you mean? You remember it, don't you? But how did you know about it? And how did you find out? Because I am the friend your mother entrusted with that dangerous secret. Tara then said, Asif, the time has come for you to know everything. Taj made her way to the house where Sarabi was hiding. She headed straight to the room where Jamina used to sleep with her child. It was the only place in the world where Asif would hide something most precious to him. She pulled back the blanket from the floor mattress and found Sarabi curled up like a hedgehog, looking up at her with eyes full of hope and fear. Is the war over? Sarabi asked. Is Asif safe? He will only be safe if you disappear. What do you mean? Asif must marry one of the Emperor's daughters to correct the mistake his mother made long ago. Your existence will prevent that from happening. But he loves me, and that is exactly why you must vanish from his life. But that won't change anything. Asif will still love me, even after I'm gone. A little time is all it takes for him to forget you completely. Trust me. No, Sarabi said, refusing to believe it. You don't know Asif. Taj looked at her with pity, as if sympathizing with a fool, and said, It seems you're the one who doesn't know men, my dear. Let me tell you a little something about them. Taj continued. Men are selfish creatures who only love themselves. Once you're dead, Asif won't grieve for long. He'll fall in love with the first woman who opens her heart to him. That's how men are. The only thing that makes them forget a woman they once loved is another woman they love more. Lies. Taj took a menacing step toward her and said, Unfortunately, you won't live long enough to test that truth for yourself. Sarabi pulled the blanket tightly around her, as if using it as a shield. She shut her eyes and waited for a miracle. Taj stepped closer, pulling out a sharp dagger, one she had stolen from an enemy knight during the battle. She wanted Sarabi's death to appear as though one of the Jatham knights had done it. She raised the dagger high, preparing to plunge it into Sarabi. But the miracle happened. Tara burst through the door, rushing forward to stand between them. Stop, Tara commanded. Taj's black eyes glared. What are you doing here? I'm here to stop you from killing more of the wrong people. Taj pointed the dagger at Tara. I'll kill you if that's what it takes to make my plan succeed. I know you'd do anything to make your plan succeed, Tara said. Then she added, Isn't that why you killed Bahr? And why you killed your own daughter, Jamina? I did not kill my daughter, Jamina, Taj said firmly, trying to hide her unease. Yes, you did, Tara insisted. You knew that the only way to take her son was to get rid of his mother. You knew he was the only one capable of achieving your goals, defeating your brother, Tagheen, and proving that you weren't conspiring with him to overthrow the Emperor's throne. That way, you could reclaim your place in the heart of your husband, Jabbar. No, Taj denied it. That's not true. You know it is, Tara said. The power of the jinn and the mind of a human. That was the last thing you needed to complete your plan. You covered his body in phoenix ash while he was still unconscious, knowing it could have killed him. But you didn't care, because all you care about is yourself. Tosh, what you're saying is nonsense. Tara ignored her denial and continued. You've been deceiving Asif all this time, telling him that the ivory fawn killed his mother. You've been keeping him from falling in love. Everything you've done, from the very beginning until now, has been driven by your love for Jabbar. Don't I have the right to prove to Jabbar that I didn't betray him? You do, but you've gone too far. You don't get to decide my limits, Tara. Why do you insist on killing this girl and causing Asif a wound he will never heal from? He's a fool who doesn't know what's best for him. Let him choose for himself. He must correct his mother's mistake.